So I remember that if I want to bunk, the students also want to bunk. I want to know that if students really want to now fool around, they must be able to fool around. Now, when you think like this, then you say, I want to be a controller and I want to see. So you say, how do I really catch a faculty? Very easy. And I must be able to see from everywhere. From balcony, you can find anybody. So you have to live many lives as an architect together and then find a solution. And then you say, if the fellow doesn't clean the building, what happens? For example, the doors were made because I knew that there were always strikes going on and the students threw stones. So I said, I will make doors in such a way that they cannot break it also. I said, you break it. So what is there? Even the window is too far away. So all these came because of a lot of these things. Plus north light and all that. So do we really think about all this? The moment you think like this, the building becomes very simple. Because then what happens is the space manifests. Suddenly, there is no definition. Then there is only order of structure. And then you do the structure that is required. And then the engineer never wanted such thick walls. I said, I want the wall thick because it should really look thick. Now what has that to do with the design? So that is how things happen. So it is really not that kind of a thing. It is life which is important. It is a life which will make things, because the building is made for whom? The building is not made for production. Building is made for people who are sensitive, who are children, who also sometimes like to have joy of life, sometimes they want to escape. They have all kinds of moods and they have all kinds of things they believe in. Now where is the sacredness today? Sacredness of light, sacredness of water. So the lawns came because that brick kiln, was terrible. I selected the site. And so the society was surprised, why am I selecting the corner site with brick kiln? And the brick kiln was made into lawn, so that I said I will make something precious. So it has become very sacred. I mean, North Lawn is the most precious thing. And the lower open spaces are very precious. So really, what is not functional is very useful. So you have to find useless to create value for. We are doing product for useful, temporary use. So it has become like, you always call 2 BHK, 2 BHK, 1 BHK, 4 BHK. I mean, look at the way we are talking also, our language is like this. So you can see the way we are slowly changing our notion.
And how a person living on 20th floor can imagine more about nature as well. That's also we have to see how the society is.
That doesn't happen. Why should I think about it? I know you are on the 20th floor, but he is air-conditioned room and he has a TV, he doesn't look out.
That's the problem. That's what I'm saying.
It's not a problem. It is our way of life.
Life now.
But architect should not have that idea. Architect is not meant to be mechanical. Before, the architect was a master human being. He was called Vishwakarma. Today he is not called a Vishwakarma. He is a production manager.
I will say both. I will not agree with one.
What we are doing is what?
Isn't architecture like movie? What society is asking you, you are making that.
So that is how we are all. So, but we are supposed, if we are saying we are like doctors now today, you go to a doctor and also how much time does he give you? And he just says, and then the scripture is almost similar. He is not having any good bedside manner. He doesn't spend time with you to say, how are you, how is your family and all. He has no time. But we have, if we want to be different, then we can find all this. If we don't want to be different, then we can't do it. So,
You can tell us the story of your house. I have always amazed by the way you have done your house. I mean, you must be very young. You must have done it. So, what is the story? And where the money came and how you got
but that is in the book. No, but I tell you, one of the things that a lot of students ask me, they come to the house, strange enough, when I was looking at it, remembering, I designed the first house because first of all I bought the plot by borrowing money, but I wanted to have a bigger plot. Only reason was I thought when the children are there, I already had one daughter. I said they must get garden. They must look at birds. Because I have lived like that, walking on the streets.
But look at Goyal now.
But walking on the street was my life. So it's like a nomad, you know. You live anywhere, you eat somewhere, you go to your cousin's place, and your family is big family, so you are there or not there, nobody bothered. So one issue was that when you live your life the way you think and you enrich, that is the way I see everybody. Otherwise, people ask question, how much land here in this precious place wasted? Obviously it is wasted land, you know. So the whole question is, first of all, attitude. So first thing that comes to my mind is, we should ask ourselves, how do we want to live? And what is it that we want to get out of life? I mean, you must get rubbish, you must get the best, and you must continuously get excited by yourself. So this is how my life was. So the question was to buy a plot which was bigger. So I borrowed money. See, if you have to borrow, you can borrow. The fellow will say no or yes. Why not borrow bigger? You know, you should always be king. This is also building life. You must be the king of your own place. Why should you be beggar? So first thing is that mentality of a beggar should go away from your life. Because the moment you say you are a king, then you imagine a house. You can't have a small house. At least it should look big. Feel big, not big. Look big, but feel big. So the neighbor's house was 2 stories. I want to make this house to look small but big. So immediately the second question is, the house has to be experience-wise big, but appearance-wise small. So this was the second question. The third one was that the house should have memories. So I had, actually, funny thing is, I did 2 houses before. And the houses that I did, one was where Hasmukh's office is, Javeri's house. Other was Chinubai's house. There were 2 houses. They were friends. So they came to me to meet because I knew Kasturbai and I was doing work for him. So Javeri said, I want to build a house on the river bank. So I built his house on the columns with big windows. Even the roof would slide from the roof. So he was happy. But the other chap for whom I built the other house was not happy. He says, you know, what is this? I want to be on the ground and I should do this, and so this is not the good. But finally I gave him a house again on the column, so he offered me a job of saying, why don't you become my sales manager? I sold him the house. So second thing that you must remember is, how do you really create your mindset? See, you are a creator, you are a king. You want to be in great paradise. You know, all the mystical stories, that whether it is Adam and Eve or whether it is a king, you know, Dhritarashtra or Duryodhana or whatever you want, you know. So, not lavish but scale-wise. So the second question was this. The third is that if you have to do the house, then what is it that you do? So I was thinking about children, the veranda. Mind you, it is exactly the opposite of Vastu Shastra. But I like the garden at the back. Because then I can have party at the back and I am not disturbed by anybody else. And the breeze would come from the west side. There was the garden. Then I did the house. So the first house I thought I will do like Corbusier's house. So I made a drawing of a square plan with a column in the middle, an umbrella, window going like this, a diagonal thing below kitchen and this, then a staircase going diagonally and 2 bedrooms on top. And I was looking at it, I said, my God, what banana plants, and I like the village place, and I like the food. So I was drawing all this, and the house was not being done. I'm telling you the process. Then one day I was doing another house, I went to a brick kiln. And in the brick kiln I went, and I saw a lady coming from the top with the bricks on top of her head, climbing down the steps. And the roof was tin roof with holes. And it was nice sunlight, beautiful, and this dust around, so it was really mystical. Suddenly I said, my God, this is a great idea, should I not then do these columns and a staircase? I came to the office, I had that big board, that big board. So I took the drawing and I said, now I do the staircase, 4 columns and a staircase. Then I said, naturally like this, and then I must do kitchen here, so that then I decided what kind of size. So suddenly I realized that if I use the modular and the size, it became 180 feet, 366, etc. And the 4 columns became radially, so I got a square. So the square came, so you got dining, living here, dining here, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom common between the 2 beds. So the moment I got this plan, it was very simple. Then I thought that I'm going to make only brick column, like frame structure. So no tie column, beam, plinth at all. That doesn't have, but it is still holding 50 years now. So I quickly drew the drawing. Then I remembered Pune, and I remembered these windows, and then little chhajjas coming out. And I always didn't like, because they were looking like nails, holding you here in your stomach. So I said, I cannot make this chhajjas. Then I remembered the temple profile like this. And then I drew the profile and I found, my God, this profile, the water goes like this, goes like a hydraulic. Your column is here, you are standing here, you never get the rain. And your height goes down and you get very nice sunlight also. So I drew that drawing. And then I said, now I have to find another way to do, because then I combined that chhajja and this with the skylight. And quickly I made those drawings. Then I said, if it's an orientation like this, should you not change? So east, west, north, south, I made different projections. And with the 4 columns, almost in 2-3 days I did the drawing. Now the question was, it should look small, because I didn't want 2-floor height. So I got 2 bedrooms below. Then I said, if I make a low height, 226 all over in the cross, then I see the house low. And that is how the house came up very fast. Then the question was, now I have got these load-bearing walls. So the cavity wall was made into rat trap bond, and I quickly drew the elevations. And I think I had about 6 or 8 drawings. And I went abroad. I did the shuttering also. And then I went abroad to teach, came back. And when Khan I met that time in 58, 60s, and he saw the house and the square plan, and then he says, it's wonderful like this, and so it gave me a little confidence also, that I'm doing all right. Then when I came back, the walls were up, because the Sarabhai house was done already. So the similar thing I showed to the contractor, so the walls were made, the roof was being cast. So this is how the house happened. So if you ask me how many days, I think, it was few days, but Manisha's house took me 6 years. Now I am confused. That time, I had no confusions at all. It was the simplest thing. I was drawing, I was feeling, and I made a house. And then the money was not there, so we moved into the house without first floor finished, without bathroom finished. Slowly, over several decades, we finished the house. But that is the way I work.